What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Box Office Banner and Cult Flick Symposium. I am back. Holy shit. What a hiatus. And the likes of the YouTube realm had never seen before. How in the world could YouTube go on without Brandon Stoutenheimer? For 2 weeks? It's been 2 weeks? Okay, I'm not that important. You see my subscriber count. It's not the best. Please help me. No, not going to beg. But yeah, for those who do listen, love you guys. Sorry it was so long. It would have been even longer if I wouldn't have snuck that last little review in with The Outlaws, Adam Devine's new movie on Netflix. And y'all are probably even like, a comedy? Go with a bang, like a drama, action, horror. Comedy kind of fills bottom of the totem pole in terms of reviews, even though one of my best ones lately was The Machine with Burt Kreischer. But yet and still, this wasn't like a big movie. It wasn't like ooh, The Outlaws, I can't wait to hear him review this. So I didn't really give y'all anything special before I left, but it kind of hit me last minute. I was like, oh shit, I'm not going to be able to do shit because I'm on vacation, man. And I've been just worn out the last couple days. And I'm like, you know what? It's been like a week and a half. At that point, who cares about a couple days? But I am back. I did see some movies on vacation. I saw Oppenheimer. Had to, right? That was top 10 most anticipated of the year. I saw the new Mission Impossible. Was going to do a review on Mission Impossible, but I already got enough piling up to where I don't feel like I need to, and enough time has passed, but I still get to talk about it because I'm going to do a Mission Impossible ranking. But right now, we're going to talk about some Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer. I still am like, is it fucking Oppenheimer? I think it's Oppenheimer. This one, woo, people, I was hyped for this. This is in my top 10 most anticipated. Coming out with the story of Oppenheimer, though, for Nolan, was I like, oh man, let's go? Not necessarily, but it sounded intriguing enough. But the one thing that really gave promise to this movie that made me more and more excited about it as each trailer dropped, and then I found out that Florence Pugh was in the movie, sold every time, right? Was just the fact that I feel like Nolan's Nolanisms, if you will, had almost got to the point where, he almost got too good for his own good. Like Tenet and his last couple movies, especially Tenet, it's like he's became that twist guy where you're just like, man, what am I going to do to measure up to my last twist? To the point where he's just forcing in the craziest twist you've ever seen and all of their insane intricacies, which led to the point of me watching Tenet and not enjoying Tenet. Every time I go to watch Tenet, the first hour, I'm like, okay, I'm in. This is good. Man, I'm loving this. And by the end of it, my brain collapses. And it just was time for him to get a movie that wasn't so twisty-turny. An Insomnia type of movie that he had early in his career. I mean, of course, he had Memento. Amazing. Great twists and turns. Insomnia was more just straightforward, really well-done fucking movie. I kind of wanted this from Nolan. I don't know about you guys, but when I saw Oppenheimer, I'm just going to take this gum out. It's fucking my talking up. Sorry, guys. When I saw Oppenheimer was coming out, I was like, you know what? This is interesting because how the hell could Nolan twist this? It's a fucking historical piece. It's a fact of what happened. He's obviously a good director, so he's not going to trash the facts of what happened. It's not like he's going to be like, actually, it's not an atom bomb, and then, insert crazy twist here. It's just not going to happen. So that piqued my interest. The trailers piqued my interest, and I was hyped to see this movie. And I'm kind of going to come out the gates, let's go in immediately and say that I was disappointed in this movie. Yeah, coming in hot. Let me say this much, though. Take that with a grain of salt. Really, please do. Because, again, I do a subjective review on this channel. I review subjectively, not objectively. This movie, to me, while I said I'm disappointed, I didn't say I hated it. Tenet pissed me off. By the end of it, I was like, okay, yeah, there's a good movie in here, but, this movie is just, I don't care what anybody says. Maybe you can prove me wrong. You can, write it up or whatever. But I'm watching that movie, and every time I'm like, this don't make sense. It's hurting my fucking head. Am I that dumb? Maybe I'm that dumb. Usually, like, I like to take pride in being able to follow along with shit. When I watch Tenet, like, I get how you can, like, be like, okay, so we're going to suspend belief here. And, you kind of just watch it and be like, yes, okay, I'm having fun. But me, I like to dig into every detail, and I'm just like, if that goes this way, and how does that, let me pause it. I'm going to work this out in my head. Nope, still not working. The movie is a mind fuck to the point where it's like, it's not even fun anymore. This one, although disappointed, still enjoyed it, good rating, but it wasn't my cup of tea. And much like Beau Was Afraid earlier in the year, I was pissed off that it wasn't my cup of tea because on paper it is. And the biggest overarching theme I want to say here is this movie is expertly done. It's well crafted. It's well acted. Nolan, again, just looks beautiful. His directing, everything is very well done. But at the end of the day, and this is coming from a guy that loves slow burns. I even love long slow burns. But I just couldn't really get into this movie as much as I wanted to. 3 hours to me could have been cut to 2. I'm just going to be the one to say it. Watching this movie, I was like, man, if they shaved an hour off this, bro, probably would be amazing. But talking just dialogue the entire movie, which is fine. I love good dialogue. But it was such a dry movie. And the dryness after about the 2-hour mark left me just underwhelmed. Like, I was just like, okay, this is good. And it's still good. And it's still good. And, maybe it's getting better. And then it was just kind of like the last 30, 40 minutes. I'm like, man, I hate myself right now for saying this. But I'm kind of checked out. And then by the time it ended, I was like, good, but... great. Let's, like I said, call it is great. But for me, like, good, not great. That was my reaction. I need time to even think on it. Like, I don't even think I could have reviewed this one right away because I was lost. I was like, God damn, I want to like this more. And as a couple days passed, my score even went up more. Just thinking on, like, damn, there was some amazing stuff in this movie. There really is. But again, very dry. It's a very dry 3 hours. So know who you are, for sure. Don't go like, everybody's hyping this up. And then you're that guy that likes action blockbusters. And you watch this movie, you're like, what the fuck were y'all talking about? That's going to be you at the end of this movie if that's the case. More than likely. Obviously, you can be an exception. I'm somebody that loves these slow burns. And I still was like that. Like, God damn, like, let's do something. Characters I did love. Florence Pugh, again, I've been on this girl's bandwagon. Was people on the bandwagon, but like I've been on this girl's bandwagon from the jump. Like I was the guy that was like, oh my God, this like she's got that like girl next door, amazing vibe. Everything she touches is amazing. And everybody else like, I don't know what you're talking. And now the whole world seems to be in love with her. I don't always catch on to shit early. Did with her, and I'm so glad I did, and I'm so glad I'm continuing to do so. Other performance I love. Maybe I'm just a sucker for like the old school, movies back in the day with like The Faculty and shit like that. That's right, Josh Hartnett, man. He gets little roles here and there. Like he was in Wrath of Man recently. He was in the other Guy Ritchie movie. I actually didn't see that one, not The Covenant. The Covenant was amazing, but I've yet to see the other new one with Jason Statham and him. Like he gets his little roles in there. But there was something about this role. The movie just felt a little more mature, and to see him play this more mature, like professor type of character was really cool, and I think he did a really good job with it. And I was just like smiling on the inside. I'm like, let's go, Josh Hartnett. Like we can expand your roles, dude. You are under fucking rated. Always enjoyed every moment of him on the screen. And Matt Damon. And I'll tell you what, with Matt Damon, he's kind of got a cockiness, like a smirk, like I'm gonna talk shit about you, but at the end of the day, I kind of got your back. Like I'm not saying that's in general his character, but like he's kind of got that vibe, like that soldiery. Just like, is that what you're saying? I'm just asking. Is that what you're saying? Like that's your final answer? Like, okay, snarky remark, turns, looks back at you, smiles. That type of military, not really humor, but there's almost a dry humor to it. He was interesting, and I think what made him interesting is he was like the one person that like it felt like it gave the movie a pulse, whereas the rest of the movie was just like talking about war and, of course, bombs, which is exactly what you should expect. But over the course of 3 hours, maybe I was sitting there finding myself, I'm like, am I just not as into this source material as I thought I was? Because, again, that is the biggest point, people. This is a great movie. Check it out. You might just love it. But for me, just good. Also, I kind of got caught up, and I'm going to be honest with you, with my own expectations. Nolan is very, like, innovator-ish. You know, he really has his finger on the pulse. And him in this movie, this isn't like a full-on spoiler, but if you don't want to hear about, you know, little details about shit, or even, it's hard to explain. If you don't want to hear anything about, you know, the actual bomb itself, there's the door. Not going to be mad. You don't want to hear this, maybe. Or if it's just like little details about it, maybe you will. You know, it's not like a spoiler, like, oh my God, this is what happened. We know the events, right? So proceed with caution. But the bomb itself, I guess I got to a point where I was so deep into the movie and I was like, man, I'm not liking this as much as I want to like it. And that is so frustrating. I want to love this. And I'm just like, you know, it's good. I don't want to feel like that. Especially when I can watch it and objectively sit back like, this is great. Why is it just good to me? There was that going on. And I just kind of had this feeling when we saw the bomb, or we got whatever, you know, there had to be something with the bomb in the movie, that Nolan was going to do something that just, you know, like melted my face off. Like, I was going to be like, oh my God, like, how does he do it? Like, I don't know how he pulled that off. That was unreal. You know, like, we were going to almost like be inside the bomb as like an audience as it just passed through. I thought there was going to be something fucking crazy like that. There really wasn't. Like, you see, you know, we know what's coming. Not really even a spoiler. You see in the trailer, there's at least that scene where they're like 5, 4, and they're counting down. Something that has to do with the bomb is going to happen in the movie. You know that much, right? Nothing wrong with what happens. Looks cool, looks good. But it wasn't, oh my God, like I had hoped. So, like, even that was kind of like, you know, it's all right. And then more dryness and more just like realizing before the ending was even up that I'm not going to get exactly what I want out of this movie. And that hurts. But what is the overarching theme here? I've said it a million times. This is a great movie. You should go see it. I still enjoyed it. Hear me out here. 7.2 out of 10. Really good movie. But I thought personally this was going to be on that upper echelon 9 tier movie for me. And the good news is I'm not, you know, the spokesman for this movie. I'm not the person who decides what you think. I'm not even in the majority of what it seems people think of this movie. So get fucking excited. Still see it. But this is my review. Keyword, my review. My keywords. So, upgrade from Tenet to me. Solid movie. But overall, it's another Beau is Afraid for me that I just witnessed some greatness, but I still felt a lot of staleness. And within that greatness, I still found a way to enjoy a very well churned out movie, but I did not find a way to be cloud nine. And that's bothersome. But we'll watch it again for the years up. Maybe it'll turn around. Who knows? That is the review for Oppenheimer. Getting back in the flow of things. Sorry if I'm a little rusty. Sorry if I pissed you off because you're like, that is bullshit. 9 or above for Oppenheimer. Don't do that, people. Everybody's got opinions. And trust me, I'm that mad at myself. Second time this has happened to me. But last time, it was even worse because I didn't enjoy Beau is Afraid at all. Which hurts even more because that was like my most anticipated movie of the year. Love Ari Aster. Still love some Nolan. Love you guys. Like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. I will be back with some more shit. Yes, and I'll get back in the flow of things. And yes, Mission Impossible ranking on the way. And I got other stuff. I still got to see Barbie. I'm going to see Barbie. Probably going to do that tomorrow. So review for that soon. And I'm going to watch that cloned Tyrone, whatever the fuck it is, with Jamie Foxx. That looks fucking crazy and interesting in its own weird way. Yeah. Go see Oppenheimer, though. This is not a diss review, okay? Don't take it that way. Love you guys.